day 2 of the preparation getaway. So I sorted the car out yesterday quickly. I'm going to do the camper today, get a bit organised, and I'll give you a quick rundown of how the camper's going to be for this trip away. And probably what we do today will probably pretty much be the case for the rest of the year, I reckon. So without any more jibber jabber, let's get on with it and start getting this ship fight sorted. So right, obviously the first thing I've got to do is get rid of all the, well, it's not junk, but it's all my camping gear that I normally take away when I just go on the ute. Get all that out of the way because it's been stored around the back here for the last couple of days. Get the stuff out of the drawer that I don't want to be in the drawer. I need to clean that shelf off. The dune is pretty dirty, that's got to go in for a wash, and that'll go back up in the tent. I'll probably do that tomorrow morning. And I just got to organise this stuff in the way I need it. Now, I generally keep all my tools in here and as my storage point, and I'm thinking, well, I'm hoping I probably won't need any tools again before I go away. I've done most of the little repairs or bits and bobs or changes that I wanted to make on the camper and a couple to the car. So I'll get that stored up there. It's the heavy stuff, so I try and keep it forward in this drawer. So I keep that up the front of the drawer, and which basically puts it just over the, maybe a fraction forward, but pretty much right over the axles, which is where you want heavy items. And then I tend to balance the trailer a bit with what I put in the front on the drawbar section, what I put at the back here, and what I stack on here. But I already know how that's going to go. I've got it pretty well worked out. I've had the camper a good while, and I pretty well got it nutted. Alright, so let's make a start. I'll put the camera down, organise a bit of gear, and I'll start packing. And once I think I've got it stocked the way I want it, we'll get back on camera. See you shortly, guys. Okay guys, so I'm back. Pretty much got what I'd call trip sorted, because some of the stuff, so the configuration changes a little bit once I get out of camp. For instance, this is just a void until I get out to camp. I always carry a few spare bags, a few drifter bags, just in case. So a couple of spare bags. That's just a container if I do have a bit of food that's left over, but I generally cook very little. And but I might have this time because Barnes used to share me leftovers. All me stove. I got one of those fire maples. They're fantastic. I'm going to review that out bush. The rest of the cooking, that's from my fry pan or pots, and they all run off of one of these containers, of varying sizes. I need to get some more of them. I've got the 3 jet boils, 3 different sizes. Cook rice in that one. The other one is a bit of a warmer if I happen to get really lazy and just want to throw a tin of food in there, or just boil a cup of potatoes. That's for me coffee. That's the usual one that you'll see. Different with these two is they have an adjustable flame, so you can wind the flame right down or wind the flame right up. Like I said, the fire maple in there. I just carry one of each item, a few starters, very little cutlery drawers there. I always carry a whole spare load of these because for some reason I lose them like I'm going out of fashion. A couple of spices in there. I generally only take salt and turmeric, a bit of olive oil and coconut oil. That's about all that goes in there. I only take 2 dishes, a couple of cutting boards. There's a wok in the bottom there, and I'm not one for non-stick pans, especially Teflon, but that's a drifter pan. It's a perfect little, just a black steel fry pan with a folding handle. They're ideal. You just got to keep them clean, guys. When you finish with it, try not to burn anything in it, but you can scrape them out if you do. Garbage bags. But you just got to keep them clean. When you finish with it, give it a good wipe out, put a bit of oil in it, re-season it if it needs it. If you've had to give it a wash, give it a bit of a quick re-season. That has never gone rusty in all the time I've had it, and I've had that a while. But I love that thing. Heats up fast, cools down fast. No Teflon, you don't have to worry about fumes coming off if you overburn it. I've got one of those Bray fire cook sets. You might see that in action later on in the year. We can't have fires at the moment. I love this cutting board set. My sister bought me that. It's just fantastic in a little rack. I've got my 4 cutting boards. They just sit in there, use them. And that's just a few throw-ins at the moment because that gets repurposed. Once I'm out bush, my cooking gear goes in there, but when I'm travelling that, I store it all in here nice and secure. And that's just a bit of a throw spot for a few loose ends, a few loose items that I just want to throw in. I'll probably throw another cup in there, and maybe I'll probably throw, you know, some coffee or something in there, just so I can get to it quickly if I need to. This fridge, actually I think it's a 38 litre Engel. I've got that running at the moment. In fact, it's been running non-stop for probably a month now. Smells a bit stale, probably worthwhile giving that a clean before I head off. In fact, I will clean both fridges before I head off. That's the tucker box. That'll be full with you know, rice and some tin food and such. So that freezer will be full of meats and veggies. The other stuff will, milks and such, I do a pretty big buy for a go. I'll normally try and buy for a month before I go, and it generally lasts me longer that time. The fridge in the back of the car will be full. This is pretty much packed. I always carry one chair in the back of the car. I've got a second chair here, just in case I get a visitor, but mostly people often have shot at me about this, but mostly I carry a second chair for Barnes, because he likes to get up in the chair next to me, sit next to me while I'm having a cup of tea or whatever. So once again, D-Max is set up. I've fitted my compressor there, so it's sort of hard fitted now and plugged in. I can just pull it out, just pull the hose out and use it. Fridge set up. I've played with that a little bit to make it a little bit better to close. In here I've got my muck mat, the dolly pot, a spare solar panel if I need to really boost up the charging on the solar. That's another 150. There's basically a light air mat there. It's about the size of the bottom, about 1.5, about as long and about 1.5 wide as my swag. I'll put that on the ground, so when I lay on the ground to check under the vehicle every now and then to make sure that it's all good under there. This 30-second awning was replaced under warranty because the other awning I had, which I really liked, but it got ripped off by terrible winds at Nullagine. We had some shocking winds come through from nowhere when I was out prospecting, and when I got back, she's dragging on the ground. So this was replaced under warranty. Why did I go 30-second? You may see that in another video. I think I might have mentioned it, but the reason being is there was a back order on the drifter once for replacement, and I think at the time it was going to be a couple of months, and I just couldn't wait. You know, I had to have that replaced to go outfield. So 30-second awning. It comes fitted with one pole, upright pole, but I like to put a couple of others on. So I've actually, about a month ago, I ordered a couple of new poles, and I've got to fit those yet. So soon I'll be pulling this out, putting the awning out, and I'll fit those new poles. At this point, I think I might hook the camper up. I'll pull it forward, we'll get the awning out, and I'll fit those poles, and I'm going to be pretty close to done. Apart from, I just got to go and buy some victuals, buy some frozen stuff. You know, I just got to buy my tucker and store of victuals to take away, and I'm pretty much right to go, I think.
It's like a sunrise warming us up, and spending all your time lifting me up. All of the things I've been worrying seem to be disappearing now, reminding me what days should be made of. Sunshine, betting on a good time. I've been chasing butterflies all afternoon. I just cruising on
The awning's out, simple and easy. You see it gets a little bit of movement in the wind, a bit more than what I like, although they do say that it's fine. But after losing one awning, a little bit nervous. I do have walls for this, or I have two walls, and they zip on, which I love. So this pole, it sort of have like a little ball pivot in there, and they fold up back along the rail here. It might have been in the video me dropping it down, but what I've done is you can buy additional poles, and you can see that they have the round ball. You can see they have the round ball mount there, and another one over here. You know, so you get the 1, the 2, the 3, and they do have a hole here to put a peg in, I think, to put a pole in, and they do suggest you just put a pole in there to support that. I have on all my awnings. So I bought the 2 poles, as I mentioned. You can see that on the end here we've got this round, what would that be, 1/2 inch, 12 mil, 14 mil ball on the end, and these fit up in that fitting that I showed you before. So we'll fit them on. If you want to understand, it's just a matter of putting them up, you know, like that, slipping in, and then drop them down, and they sort of lock in. But we're about to find out. There's one in. Right, let's put the other one in. Oh, there we go. It's locked in all right. Okay, so that's the new poles in. Really simple. Now I've got 3 poles that fold up into the awning. Now an interesting thing is they didn't send any strap out. That's just a bit of Velcro that you put around them. So at this point I'm just going to get a couple of cable ties, I think. Actually, I do have a couple of bits of that tape. That it holds me, that it goes around my fishing rods. I'll go and grab that and I'll use that. So I'll go and grab that, we'll fold them up, we'll put the awning away, and then we'll check out the tent. Okay, so I went and grabbed that bit of tape and I've folded them back up. They're only just long enough, but they do the job for now. So these are actually just back-to-back Velcros that you use to hold your fishing rods together when you split them. So they do the job. And they'll do for now. That one only just fits, but it just needs to hold up while I put the awning away. So yeah, I'm happy with that. It's going to be good having those poles. So I'll get this folded away, we'll have a quick look at the tent, and then we're done. So we undo the 4 clips around the side. This is the last one here. Now, this being the walk up hard top, you don't need a ladder. So that's it. Camper and car's ready for the Goldfields. That's it. So once again, this is the old fella signing out. See you in the next video, guys. Yeah, mate.